Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Unveiling Method, sharing your autistic edition. I am so excited you are here, that you have chosen to invest in yourself and in your unveiling process. This is such an incredibly big deal. It is a huge deal, and it's wonderful that we're here together. And I'm so excited to be sharing what I've learned over the last 7, going on 8 years with you and be able to take you into the next step of your unveiling. It is such a beautiful journey, and it's one that, though not always the easiest, and it requires a lot of spoons, some days more than others, it is so worth it. It is so worth it to get to the place where you've uncovered all the layers that have been pushed down for so long. And I just want to take this moment to congratulate you and applaud you and to celebrate with you. Because starting this journey takes tremendous courage. It really does, especially as a late identified adult autistic. This is a scary place to be sometimes. It's an exciting place. You finally have your answers, at least one major answer that you're autistic, and then starting on the journey and just knowing where to begin and how to begin and just sticking your toe in the water takes such courage because you've been through so much to this point. And I just want to applaud you and congratulate and celebrate you for being here right now. Thank you for being here. You are the whole reason that I started Mind Your Autistic Brain. So let's get started. This is the introductory section. This is laying the foundation. This will be the first segment in our series. You will receive the second segment in the series tomorrow, which will be your big overview video where we'll dive into your workbook. So here's our workbook, guys. Oh, I poured so much love into this. I really did. There's so much goodness and there's so much insight and knowledge that I learned along the way that I share with you here. I wanted to make this like defang the beast kind of thing, because this is one of those really scary things, because it's intimidating. You don't know how to do it. It's the how, the when, the why. But you guys are going to be ahead of the curve, and you're going to have such great insights, and you're going to have an action plan. You're going to feel so confident, and you're going to know who to tell and who not to tell when you can just keep it to yourself. Because really, this is about you. This isn't about anybody else. This is about you and what helps you, what enriches your life and your relationships. So as we're getting started here on our workbook, I just want to make sure that you've had a chance to go through it. Here in the first page is the welcome page. And I just want to let you know how excited I am to have you on this powerful journey with me, that we're going to be doing it together. And that this is going to give you some great tangible takeaways, some action steps to craft the how and the when to tell your family and friends that you are autistic. If you want to get the most out of this knowledge share, make sure that you set aside time. Make sure that you've got a quiet space. Turn the notifications off your phone. Make sure that you have your comfy jammies on if you want, because this is the best part about it. You can do this anytime, anywhere, any place. So, if you're in a bubble bath and you want to do it in the bathtub, okay. Any place. This is on your time, on your schedule. And I set this up so that it works for us, the way that we think, the way that we learn, and the way that we have spoons to delegate, because that's not always the case, right, guys? Sometimes we're depleted in our spoon resources. But as you go along this unveiling journey, as you go along and use the unveiling method, you're going to be learning more and more about yourself and the conservation of your spoons, the allocation of your spoons, the energy. And it's going to be really transformative. It has been for me, and I can't wait to get you there with me. So as we start moving into this, I'd like you to take a minute and turn to page 1. This is a 9-page workbook, and we're going to break it down into sections. And I take you through the process one section at a time, because and I put it in this order for a reason, because there's foundational things, and that's where we're starting today. So as we start on page 1 together of your workbook here, I've got it up here on the screen. We're starting with the foundational basics, the 2 things that are most critical to starting this particular step. and that is the who and the why. First, what I would like you to do is to make a list of your people. Make a list of your people. Who are the people that I want to tell that I'm autistic? And you're going to have a whole lot of people that are going to come to mind. And I want you to sort them into two categories. I want you to put them in the category of family and the category of friend. In this list, I don't want you to overthink it. I don't want you to analyze it too deep. The point of this step is to include all the people that are active in your life, people that have some type of a relationship or influence in your world. You know, they matter to you in some way. There might be people that don't matter to you that you do have a relationship with. List them too. So don't be discerning or discriminating in this step, in this phase. I want you to just list out the people that you want to tell. Not the people that you don't want to tell necessarily, but the people that you want to share with, the people that you from your like your gut response, you're like, yeah, I think I want to tell this person. It might be a long list, it might be a short list, it might be one person. That's okay. We know the number one response in the community was spouses and partners. So in this first step, make sure that you just list out who it is that you want to tell first. In the next step, I want you to think about what's my why? Why do I want to share that I'm autistic? Why is it important to me? This is going to be really critical to the whole process. So I want you to truly spend some time thinking about this. I want you to take the time to really reflect on why you want to share that you are autistic. Why is it important? This is the step that really sets the tone and directs because you're choosing. This is the place where you begin to craft your life. I tell you guys often that up until I knew I was autistic, I spent 40 years living in a reactionary state to the world. I felt out of control, which played out into some pretty ugly self-sabotaging and harmful behaviors to myself and to others because I felt like I had no control anywhere. Maybe you've experienced the same. When I learned I was autistic, I was able to regain and collect the bits of myself that I had given away for decades, that I had been living from that reactionary place. And I began to craft and choose to live with intention. This is one of those beginning steps where you are beginning to exercise the intention and the direction for your life as you unveil. Make sure you take a moment to really ask yourself, why is it important to me? For me, one of the guiding reasons that I wanted to share that I was autistic was to let someone else in to my world, to share the excitement, because this is exciting. This is a huge thing for us. It's tremendous to have gone for so long and not known why things were so hard, why you didn't seem to fit into the world, why the world didn't seem to get you. And now you know. It is a relief. It is exciting. And you want to share it. And I wanted to share it. And I wanted to share it with the people that mattered to me. And the first person I shared with was my mama. She was my first person because it was important to me to tell her that she hadn't done anything wrong. You know, why I felt like I was a failure had nothing to do with anything that she had or hadn't done in my life. And I wanted her to know that I had found the answer and that I knew why life had been so hard and that I was going to figure it out. And then I wanted her to share in the joy and the excitement, and she did. I want you to find out and really think about and write down, because of the neuroscience behind writing, write down, type why it's important to you. take some time to get this first section done. These are the pillar foundations. These are the bedrocks. These are the things that everything else will be built on. And it won't make any difference, and it won't be important, and you won't have direction if you don't know your why. If you don't know why. So take your time, and your why will develop over time. Your why will deepen and broaden over time. So don't judge your why. Be open to what it is now, because it's not wrong. It's just right. I'll see you in tomorrow's video. We'll be going over the 4 types of relationships. I'll be going into the specifics of those 4 types of relationships to define what they are. There's the disconnected relationship, the bad connection relationship, the false good connection relationship, and the true connection relationship. And how those 4 types of relationships tie into that list you're creating today with your family and friends. I'll help you break down and identify and help you identify how and what type of relationship each one of the people on your list falls into. And then we'll move forward in determining who to start with and tell, who to tell, who not to tell based on that. And then we'll go through the how, the process of how do you begin to tell someone that you're autistic and start the conversation. So be sure you get this first foundational part completed first. Take your time. There is no rush. There is no deadline. Everything will arrive in your inbox each day. You will receive the video for the second section of the video tomorrow. Then you will begin receiving the emails and the additional videos and support for all of the things in your workbook. I've broken this down and made it easy and consumable, and it's all in your time, my friend. There is no time that is better or more perfect than yours. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.